So the Star Wars saga is about more than just lightsabers and space battles. It offers a treasure trove of wisdom that can motivate us to kick ass in 2024, and that's what we're here to do. Let's dive into Geeky Stoics' top 5 motivational quotes from our favorite saga and uncover the life lessons they offer. And we're going to start with Yoda's lesson on action and belief in The Empire Strikes Back. So this is the penultimate scene where Luke Skywalker is attempting to lift the X-Wing out of the swamp in Dagobah. Now his new teacher, the Jedi Master Yoda, delivers this very powerful message. Yoda says,
"Always with you what cannot be done.
Always with you what cannot be done. You must unlearn what you have learned.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
Try not, do, or do not. There is no try." Hey, by the way, this is probably a good time to say this is the video to send to your snarky Star Wars friend who's making fun of this quote because technically you can try. That's not the point of the quote, and that's not what Yoda's saying here. You can try in the very literal sense of the word, but this quote is really about the full context. It's multi-layered, so we're going to break it down piece by piece. Let's start with the first part. We're talking about always with you what cannot be done.
We'll never get it out now.
So certain are you?"
So Yoda is speaking directly to Luke's negative mindset and the fact that he dismisses the possibility of success even before trying.
Master, moving stones around is one thing. This is totally different.
Now, instead of taking this self-defeating attitude and perspective, if Luke and if we have faith in committing to a process and believing in ourselves, we can take ownership of our circumstances and have a much, much better chance at making a difference. Now here's the next part. You must unlearn what you have learned. So our long-held beliefs can hold us back from success or change of any kind, and to make changes in our lives, sometimes it's necessary to let go of what we hold on to as our truths. And we'll have to look at things from a fresh perspective, from a fresh point of view. And now to the most famous part of the quote, try not, do or do not. There is no try. This is a statement where Yoda's encouraging Luke to believe in himself, and we have to believe in ourselves. By concentrating on the end state, on the task at hand, on the final success that we want to have, we can reduce self-doubt and hesitation, and that's what was holding Luke back. And that lack of commitment can cost us greatly. By the way, this philosophy isn't new. The Greek philosopher Epictetus, who was a former slave and became a prominent Stoic, he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Now this quote echoes Yoda's emphasis on action over attempt. In Stoicism, there's a strong focus on control over our actions and our responses, rather than being passive and merely attempting without commitment. So we're planning an in-depth video breakdown of the philosophy of just this quote in an upcoming video, so be sure to subscribe and ring that bell thing. As Obi-Wan Kenobi reveals the truth about Darth Vader to Luke in Return of the Jedi, he's understandably pretty angry because he sees that Obi-Wan has essentially outright lied to him about the horrible truth that Darth Vader was, spoiler alert, Luke's father. In this moment, Obi-Wan reflects on the nature of truth itself.
Luke, you're going to find that many of the truths we cling to depend greatly on our own point of view.
Many of the truths we cling to depend greatly on our own point of view. Now, this scene is set in the calm before the storm of Luke's final confrontation with Vader and the Emperor, and it highlights how personal experiences shape our own beliefs. And this isn't about Obi-Wan just making a convenient excuse for stretching the truth. You see, our perception shapes our own reality. And this quote reminds us to maintain an open mind and understand the subjectivity of our truth. Before a young Anakin leaves Tatooine to start a new life as a Jedi Padawan, he realizes in a tragic moment that his mother, Shmi Skywalker, cannot go with him. He is granted his freedom, but his mother will continue her enslavement to Watto on Tatooine.
I don't want things to change.
And Shmi offers this piece of wisdom.
But you can't stop the change, any more than you can stop the suns from setting.
This scene encapsulates the bittersweet journey of Anakin. You see, he's forced to accept that he cannot control it. He would later swear that he would never let someone he loved fall outside of his control again, leading him down the path to the dark side.
Why couldn't I save her? I know I could have.
You're not all powerful.
Well, I should be. Someday I will be.
So we're traveling back to the planet of Dagobah, and Luke is facing a daunting test. He must enter the cave as instructed by Yoda. And before he enters, Luke asks, what's in there? To which Yoda cryptically responds,
Only what you take with you.
This exchange occurs before Luke enters the cave, showing that the greatest demons we often face in life are our own. And this scene bears a striking resemblance to the allegory of the cave found in Plato's The Republic. Both instances serve as a profound metaphor for self-awareness and our own perception of reality. Plato, an ancient Athenian philosopher, presents an allegory. There are prisoners chained in a cave from birth, facing a blank wall, watching shadows projected on the wall by things passing in front of a fire that's behind them. These shadows are the only reality that they know. Plato suggests that the philosopher is like the prisoner who is freed from the cave and comes to understand that the shadows on the wall are not reality at all. The allegory is a commentary on human perception and our own journey towards enlightenment, emphasizing the differences between the world of appearances and the world of reality. Now back to Empire Strikes Back, Yoda assures Luke that he won't need his weapons in the dark cave.
Your weapons. You will not need them.
But Luke's immediate response to this, it helps shape the darkness that he would then experience in his confrontation. Luke brings his weapons, his lightsaber, his blaster, further manifesting his fear, which, like the shadow upon the wall, manifests as the Dark Lord of the Sith, only to be revealed as himself. This shows Luke what he could become if he chose the path of darkness over the path of enlightenment. So this one's for all of you Rian Johnson haters. Yes, we're ending with a quote from The Last Jedi, but stick with me. Stick with me. It's a moment of reflection where the Force ghost of Yoda tells a disillusioned Luke Skywalker, the greatest teacher failure is. And this occurs as Luke grapples with his own failure as a Jedi in the film. And this is the turning point for him. While Luke may have failed Kylo Ren and kind of bungled the whole let's rebuild the Jedi Order thing, this was a moment where his bitterness was reframed. And I know the whole bitterness thing with Luke Skywalker is a huge sticking point for a lot of you guys who don't like this film. But stick with me. I think there's some good wisdom here because Yoda's words resonate with the idea that failures are opportunities for learning and growth. This is a powerful reminder that we can learn from our failures rather than wallow in self-pity, which is what Luke was doing. And this is Luke's journey through the film. And as a result, Luke Skywalker would once again, at the end of the film, confront evil, save the Resistance, and pave the path for Rey and the Jedi Order to ascend once again, because, as he said in the movie, I will not be the last Jedi. Love that.
And I will not be the last Jedi.
So these Star Wars quotes offer valuable insights in overcoming challenges, embracing change. Star Wars encourages us to look beyond the surface and find deeper meanings in these stories that we love so much, so that we can apply the lessons to our own lives. And that's what Geeky Stoics here is all about. So like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and until next time, may the Force be with you always.